First Circuit rejects a CPET examination result in a UNUM fibromyalgia disability insurance claim. Many disability policies require that a disability policy holder or beneficiary provide objective evidence that their disabling symptoms are in fact causing a functional loss that results in disability, as defined by the policy of the plan. Now, it's hard to win a fibromyalgia disability claim, and complaining about the symptoms is not enough to get your disability benefits. You have the burden to prove that you have fibromyalgia and that you have disabling restrictions and symptoms that result in restrictions and limitations that meet the burden of proof. And you generally have to do that by objective evidence. Now, one of the most common ways to help prove not only the diagnosis, but the restrictions and limitations in an ME/CFS or fibromyalgia case is to undergo what's called a cardiopulmonary function test, a CPET test. Now, disability carriers are going to attack the results of that examination on two grounds. The two common reasons that they attack the CPET exam are crucial for you to understand. But as a preliminary, you need to understand that disability carriers hate subjective medical condition or self-reported cases. And they'll pull out of their disability carrier denial toolbox two arguments when it comes to CPET tests. The first is what I call the submaximal effort defense. If you do not give full effort throughout the test, the carrier is going to claim that the results aren't valid. In fact, they'll argue that you didn't cooperate fully, and that in and of itself is a violation of the terms of the disability insurance policy. But they will also argue that because you didn't give full effort, you're manipulating the results, and that manipulated result doesn't really reflect your true restrictions and limitations. So you could never, ever possibly be disabled because you're manipulating the results. Obviously, you want to give your best and full effort throughout the CPET exam. Now, the second argument in the disability carrier denial toolbox is that the CPET testing wasn't time relevant. Now, ideally, you should have the CPET testing before you apply for your benefits and at regular intervals during the period of the claim. That can be impossible, and it sure can be financially daunting. If your claim is denied, you should try to get a CPET examination immediately and then have your carrier endorse the results as being valid and applicable as of the date your claim was denied. I think that's one way to beat the not time relevant argument. I don't want the disability carrier to rob you of your disability benefits by you playing into these two common reasons that disability carriers will reject the CPET exam. And unfortunately, in this case, the First Circuit said, hey, we don't think this person gave full effort, and we don't think that the CPET testing was time relevant. And as a result, we're throwing out the results. We uphold the denial of this claim. The First Circuit is notoriously unfavorable, unsympathetic, if you will, to ERISA disability policyholders. And this is just one example of their unreasonableness and their willingness to rubber stamp ERISA disability claim denials. So let's take a break before we move on to, does your ERISA policy or plan require that your claim be substantiated by significant objective medical findings?
Are you a professional with questions about your individual disability policy? You need the Disability Insurance Claim Survival Guide for Professionals. This book gives you a comprehensive understanding of your disability policy with tips and to-dos regarding your disability application that will assist you in submitting a winning disability application. This is one you won't want to miss. For the next 24 hours, we are giving away free copies of the Disability Insurance Claim Survival Guide for Professionals. Order yours today at disabilityclaimsforprofessionals.com.